Volcanic activity on Hawaii's Big Island isn't easing up.
Yeah, every day for the past 3 days, at least one fissure has pierced through the Aloha State soil. John Lawrence reports.
A river of red-hot lava rolls toward the Pacific Ocean. The Kilauea volcano in Hawaii is lobbing magma balls, called spatter bombs, hundreds of feet into the air.
The first thing that I noticed was I heard what sounded like a jet turbine. It's almost like your life is on hold.
State officials say lava from the volcano has already destroyed dozens of structures and vehicles, and there's no sign of things slowing down anytime soon.
We have a situation in Fissure 17 that lava is moving about 100 yards per hour.
Close to 2,000 people have been forced to evacuate. Lawmakers say it could be months before they can go back home.
Still, now I'm surprisingly calm, even though it's really close to my house. I'm feeling just a lot of love and hope that my house will be okay.
The governor's office says it'll cost about $3 million to protect residents over the next month.
Out of all of this destruction comes birth and new land, and you know, people's attitudes shift. They're more grateful, and they appreciate being here more.
It's Madame Pelly's land. She can do anything she wants to do. She was here long before we were.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Well, it's another debate over green energy playing out in Bay County.
They put together a good ordinance, and DTE knows that, and they know other townships are going to model that, and now they're desperate. So I'm asking the board, approve it as is.
Residents in Beaver Township, where DTE has expressed interest in building a wind farm, are speaking out about an ordinance with strict rules. They require setbacks of 4 times the tower height and aircraft warning lights that illuminate only when activated by radar.
DTE can still come as long as they're able to live by the rules we've set forth, so we will have to see where it goes from there.
The ordinance passed 4-0 with 1 not voting. And city leaders in Flint are also going green, just in a different way. They approved new zoning and location requirements for medical marijuana facilities. The rules allow for up to 20 facilities, and they have to be at least 3,000 square feet. The vote was 5-1.
Teachers say we don't need guns in class. That's the sentiment of members of the Michigan Education Association, the state's largest teachers union. In a survey of 1,000 members, it found nearly 3/4 oppose concealed carry for employees. Nearly 2/3 oppose a proposal allowing employees to carry guns, and nearly 2/3 oppose allowing concealed carry in schools at all. An overwhelming majority believes more money and resources for mental health counseling instead would prevent gun violence.
Well, this morning, the United Nations Security Council will meet. That's after yesterday's deadly protests of the U.S. Embassy. Now, Palestinians are holding a mass funeral today, but the region could be in for another round of protests. It's one of the 5 things you need to know. Now, more than 50 Palestinians were killed and nearly 3,000 were injured by Israeli troops. Miles away, the U.S. was celebrating the new embassy in Jerusalem. The White House blaming the militant group that controls the border for the deadly violence. But now Palestinian officials have cut off peace talks with the U.S. and will not accept a deal. The State Board of Canvassers expected to certify a petition aimed at repealing Michigan's prevailing wage law. The law requires union-scale wages for public construction projects. The Board of Canvassers meets this afternoon at 2. The Supreme Court says states can make their rules when it comes to sports betting. Yesterday, the High Court struck down the Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act that had made Nevada the only state where a person could bet on the results of a game. But despite that new ruling, there's no legislation awaiting votes in the state House or Senate. The Detroit Free Press reports only 3 out of 8 proposals in Lansing would allow internet gambling, and 1 would allow fantasy sports betting. This morning, the Army National Guard is presenting Heritage High School with a national ranking trophy. This is part of the 13th annual Max Prep Tour of Champions. They'll be honoring the girls basketball team. This season, Heritage finished number 18 nationally, ranking number 1 statewide after claiming victory in the MHSAA State Championship. Heritage will receive the honor at a school assembly inside their gym, and that happened about an hour ago. Calling all foodies. It's that time of year again where you can enjoy the taste of several restaurants in mid-Michigan's largest city. Flint Restaurant Week begins today. 20 restaurants will offer a special limited time menu during this week. New to the lineup this year, Cafe Rema, Foster Coffee Company, and Halo Burger. You can pick up a passport at any participating restaurant. The event lasts until Saturday.
Well, that sounds yummy.
Oh, yes, it does.
Well, new at 9, the much-anticipated summer edition of the Magnolia Journal is now on newsstands, and this particular issue is getting a lot of attention because of its cover.
Yeah, that's right. Now, as you may know, Joanna Gaines is expecting her 5th child in July. And as you can see right behind us on the cover, she is showing her baby bump.
Yeah, but that was not the original plan, not even close. In our exclusive interview with Joanna Gaines, we get the backstory on a last-minute rush to change the cover.
Originally, we shot a cover in the Armstrong Woods in Northern California, and this was going to be the cover for the Curiosity issue. Here I am, pregnant, obviously. I felt like this is the season of life I'm in. We've got to reshoot this cover. The cover was already due. It was like a week past its due date, and it was on Sunday afternoon, and I was laying in my bed trying to take a nap, and my team texted me and said, "Come on, Joe, let's go. Let's go shoot a cover." So I wrangle all the kids, put on the only dress that happened to fit me at the time, which is this orange dress, did some makeup, and my friend braided my hair, and we went into a random spot downtown Waco where there was weeds growing up on the concrete. I love the white wall, and we shot the cover. You know, a lot of times you think these are like pre-planned, but I think what happens best just with our team is kind of these accidental moments. We obviously still love the other one, so we put it in the letter to editor so we could still use it somehow, but I always think the cover's a fun story because it's never what it seems.
Wow, that was last minute, and it turned out so beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have much more from our exclusive interview with Joanna Gaines in the days ahead.
The Magnolia Journal is produced by the parent company of TV5, the Meredith Corporation.
Now, we've all had those moments where we would do anything for a sweet craving.
And we'll tell you the lengths this bear went to so he could get some treats.
Teachers inspire young minds. And for all of their dedication, they get
a feeling of pride.
And apples.
The Jeopardy Teachers Tournament, presented by Farmers Insurance.
Tonight at 7 on TV5.
Next wheel. Julie has her own style of play.
Stop! Sometimes yelling at the wheel is helpful.
But will she win the day?
Why?
Find out.
Wheel of Fortune tonight at 7:30 on TV5.
Only one episode remains until the season finale.
The end is in sight. I'm just blowing the entire game up.
New Survivor, CBS Wednesday.
Hold the line, please. Walk me through your memory of the crash.
Every mission.
War is hell, but it's also opportunity.
Calm down, bud.
Leaves its mark.
Jason?
The SEAL Team season finale, CBS Wednesday.
If you are told you have a heart condition, the first thing you should do is get a second opinion from the top-ranked heart care team in the nation. Cleveland Clinic has been ranked #1 for 23 years in a row.
I want somebody that's done thousands of my operations, not 3.
With over 1,700 physicians, surgeons, and caregivers specializing in the research and care of heart conditions, Cleveland Clinic has an unparalleled record of successful treatments and provides you with the most advanced heart care technology the world has ever seen. It's total care for you and your family. We can even offer same-day appointments.
This is unlike any place we have ever been before. It really is patients first.
The best heart care in the nation is closer than you think. Call today to arrange your second opinion or talk with a heart nurse. We're available 24/7. Call Cleveland Clinic at 844-441-4449.
Welcome back. The Michigan Department of Transportation has been working on a new plan for Saginaw. It's called the Saginaw Metropolitan Area Transportation Study. Joining me now to talk more about the plan is Saginaw County Treasurer Tim Novak. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
So tell us what this is all about, this new study here.
So Saginaw County has a planning department located in the basement of the administration building, and there's a planning commission which has residents from all over the county that sit on it. So kind of one of their chief functions is to ensure that we properly spend up to $20 million in federal and state highway money that comes to our community. So they work with STARS and the City of Saginaw and the County Road Commission to kind of prioritize where this funding should be spent. All of this has created the Federal Highway Act of 1962. Says, you know what, you got to have these processes in place. It ensures that locals get a chance to kind of talk about what some of the priorities should be and where the money should be spent. And so we have a plan that goes out to 2045, and they update it and review it, and there's chances for public comment, and you can call the Planning Commission right in the, or check the website at Saginaw County, and you look for input. But folks here, and that's how we kind of look for what we do now and what improvements we could make in the future, and how to get there.
Okay, and what are your expectations for this study as well?
So the expectations are to kind of continually be able to look at what the priorities are here. What are the needs for transportation?
Right.
So in some of the projects they've identified for this year, there's a resurfacing project on Bay Road. There's a traffic island out on Garfield Road. There's an area on M46 out by Merrill. Those are kind of three projects that they're looking to identify to ensure that traffic is safe and efficient for folks in the area. And another one is they're looking at replacing some of the buses at STARS and things like that. So utilizing the public transportation piece, how does that fit into what we want as a community?
Right, and it's great that they're accepting the input from the community. Can you tell us one more time how people who are watching this, how they can tell you guys, you know, their thoughts on this?
So the best thing is to check the Saginaw County's website. You can check on the planning department. And they have opportunities, they have meetings that you can go, they're publicly attended, and they have opportunity for that you can let them know. And you can always accept emails and things like that. So, you know, these are kind of our ideas, and you can dive a little bit more into the study and then kind of see what they're looking at.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
You.
If you have any additional questions that you would like to ask the county, just send them to WNEM at WNEM.com.
All right, thank you both. Well, when the time comes, it can be hard to really know what is the best college for you. So Dr. Craig Douglas joins us next to tell us how you can find the right fit.
We think you might be the man to open things up around here.
These stars are taking the law into their own hands. Find out more about the upcoming movie based on a true story.
Dan the Mattress Man, greatest tent sale ever. Sofas from $2.99. Twin mattresses from $75. Area rugs from $39. Recliners from $199. 12 months, 0% financing. Dan the Mattress Man, 802 Ashland, Midland. Saturday only, 9 to 5. DanDanTheMattressMan.com.
That's a free. Supreme Floor Covering is the Tri-City's only Mohawks Floorscapes dealer. And it's time for Mohawks All-Pet Spring Sale.
What does the All-Pet Spring Sale mean?
It means Smart Strand Forever Clean All-Pet Carpet is on sale now.
All Pets is the only carpet protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time.
Plus no interest financing for 36 months on selected Mohawk products. In Bay City,
Saginaw,
and Midland.
Face the world as a face to be reckoned with. Only Botox Cosmetic is FDA approved to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better. It's a quick 10-minute cosmetic treatment given by a doctor to reduce those lines. There's only one Botox Cosmetic. Ask for it by name. The effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Do not receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyelid and eyebrow drooping, and eyelid swelling. Tell your doctor about your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. Leave your mark on the world. Minimize its mark on you. Get started at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella is the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical that adds some surprising new twists to the ultimate makeover story. This dazzling delight from the creators of South Pacific and The Sound of Music is impossible to resist. Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
For ticket information, visit MidlandCenter.org.
Dan the Mattress Man, greatest tent sale ever. Sofas from $2.99. Twin mattress system, $75. Area rugs from $39. Recliners from $199. 12 months, 0% financing. Dan the Mattress Man, 802 Ashland, Midland. Saturday only, 9 to 5. DanTheMattressMan.com.
Well, welcome back. It is time now for Education Matters, and today we're talking about choosing the right college. So Dr. Craig Douglas is here to tell us about that. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. So, you know, this can be a daunting task. It can be kind of overwhelming, and when I was searching for a college, I always thought, you know, where does it feel like home? You know, where can I picture myself? So what should students do to try to find the best fit?
Well, I think that's a great way to put it in context. Looking for that place that feels comfortable, feels like home. Websites are great, quick and dirty ways to kind of check and do surveying. It's amazing how robust college websites are. But really, it's foot on the ground, in my opinion, making that site visit. And it can be done formally with tours and different presentations. Almost all colleges, Saginaw Valley is no exception, has regular routine college days. Our next one's coming up in June, the 23rd. All colleges have it. It's very easy to patch in, but also the informal visits where maybe you drop by and take in a baseball game, cost-free. You stop by and have lunch on campus. Get the feel of the atmosphere of the campus. I really think that is the best way. And one of our academic advisors said one time to a class I was observing, she likes to see kids visit 3 or 4 campuses so that they can compare and contrast size, location, and that best fit.
Yeah. All right, so maybe go more than once even.
Yeah, and May's a really good time to do it. You don't have weather barriers. Campuses are not that congested now because we're in between. We're actually in a spring semester on our campus, so it's a really good time of the year to make that visit.
All right, thanks a lot, Dr. Douglas. And for more information about today's topic, of course, choosing the right college for you, check out the TV5 Hot Links page.
Taking a live look outside now over Saginaw, still looking a bit muggy out there. Meteorologist Chris Easlick is with me in the first 4 and 5 Weather Center. Chris, when is that sunshine going to peak out?
Hi there, Jamie. If we do have a chance for sunshine today, it is going to be during the second half of the day. It does look like sunshine will be possible during the second half of the day, Jamie, as we do clear out some of this rain that's around us this morning. It does look like it's doing its best to hang on, but this is the final push of the more widespread rain. Really expecting anything isolated this afternoon. It does look like, for the most part, it's lighter showers, too, lighter, steadier showers with a few moderate pockets in between. So we do expect improvement here once this finally passes. We'll fast forward to lunchtime and early afternoon. We do have a few pop-up showers that have been kind of showing themselves right around the Midland County area, Isabella County area, Clare County area, and Gladwin County area throughout the morning. So I think maybe a pop-up shower or storm in this region later this afternoon that dives off to the south, and then we finally clear up later on tonight. Now, it could be a little bit slower than what it looked like this morning as far as clearing the cloud cover out, but it does look like, especially in our northern counties, that we may have a chance to see some late day sun and then sneak it down off to the south as the night goes on. Once we get rid of the clouds, it looks like we'll be fairly clear through Wednesday. It looks like very little cloud cover expected tomorrow, and that should take temperatures well into the 70s, if not a few low 80s by the end of the day. Now, temperatures right now in the lower 60s in many spots, 60 in Saginaw, 62 in Mount Pleasant, 61 in Flint. Temperatures this afternoon largely stuck in the 60s as well. But we do have that warmer day on the way for tomorrow. We'll talk about that coming up.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chris.
Well, today's entertainment news takes us from the south of France to Central America to, of course, England's Windsor Castle.
That's right. David Daniel has the roundup in our Hollywood Minute.
There's never been a black cop in this city. We think you might be the man to open things up around here.
Here's your first look at Spike Lee's Black Klansman, about a black police officer in Colorado who managed to infiltrate the local Ku Klux Klan. John David Washington, Adam Driver, and Topher Grace lead the cast of the film, which is based on a true story and hits theaters in August. It just premiered at Cannes, where the audience gave it a 6-minute standing ovation.
Do you have the papers?
Not yet.
Meryl Streep received an Oscar nomination for The Post about the Pentagon Papers. Now she's getting into the Panama Papers. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Streep is set to star in The Laundromat, about the leaked documents that showed how a Panamanian law firm helped wealthy and powerful people move money illegally around the world. Steven Soderbergh is set to direct.
Shouldn't you be at work then?
And if you can't get enough of this weekend's big wedding, there's a comic book for that. The Royals, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, arrives this week from Tidal Wave Comics. You can choose between the traditional 26-page comic, the hardback 40-page graphic novel, and a wedding edition with a special cover, just to help you set the mood for the big day. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
A whole comic book. Would you get it?
No. I don't know. I don't think I'm that royally
Yeah, that's
obsessed,
what I was going to say.
right?
I'm starting to get excited, but not that excited.
No. Yeah. It might be a collector, though, someday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Well, it's one of the most precious things in the world, sleep. Find out why putting your kids to bed early can be good for your mental health.
Well, don't forget, if you have a tough question you would like us to investigate for you, give us a call at either of the numbers there on your screen. You can also send an email to WNEM@WNEM.com or reach us on Facebook.
You're watching TV5 News at 9, serving Midland, Clare, Owasso, and your hometown, too. It's coverage you can count on.
A car hit by a truck doesn't stand a chance, and neither will you unless you call the right lawyer. Don't wait for the trucking company to offer you a settlement. They won't. Feiger Law. We didn't become one of America's best trial lawyers by accident.
Get ready for Husqvarna Days. Riders, zero turns, walk behinds, trimmers, blowers, and more. Buy this Husqvarna fast tractor for only $16.99 with tough hydro drive transmission. Buy this Husqvarna zero turn, get these free.
Visit your Saginaw Bay area Husqvarna dealers today and save.
Zero down and zero financing available. Husqvarna Days, where we cut prices as easy as you'll cut grass.
When you say you're from Detroit, it says you're from a place where getting it right is the only way it gets done. Because when you're from here, you have to be better. Better like the world's best pizza. Jets, Detroit-style pizza. Hand-pressed and baked to the thickest, crispiest crunch. Don't act like you're not impressed. Now get the best of Jets, a large Detroit-style pizza baked with rich mozzarella and your choice of one topping, just $10.99. Jets, better because it has to be.
Ready to get your spring sprung this year? Let Grand Blanc Mitsubishi brighten your forecast. Get a 2018 Mitsubishi Mirage or 2017 Outlander Sport for only $111 a month. Pre-owned vehicles starting at $4,500. And everyone who buys will receive a complimentary 4-day, 3-night cruise for 2 to the Bahamas. That's right. Buy a car and get a cruise.
Every dealership I went to said no.
I've had my credit challenges over the past few years. I never thought that I could get a loan, but they got me approved.
Credit specialists are standing by to help you get approved. Get a 2018 Mitsubishi Mirage or 2017 Outlander Sport for only $111 a month. Plus, everyone who buys will walk away with a 4-day, 3-night cruise for 2 to the Bahamas.
I got a great deal on a new car, and I get to go on a cruise.
I never thought buying a car could be so easy. I got the car that I wanted at a payment I could afford.
Get your spring sprung this year. Call 800-984-3686. That's 800-984-3686.
Every day, people are injured in car, truck, and motorcycle accidents, and they're forced to settle for less than they deserve. Why? Because their TV lawyers don't try cases. Feiger Law. We didn't become one of America's best trial lawyers by accident.
Well, I think we can all agree. Everyone cherishes sleep, especially as a parent. The more sleep you get, the better it can be for your health.
Yeah, when it comes to kids, though, your sleep schedule could get thrown a curveball. You'll spend so much time worrying about them and probably trying to get them to sleep, right?
Yeah, so the answer is simple. An early bedtime is really better for everyone. Your kids are getting enough sleep and your mental health will improve too.
That's right. So we want to know this morning, what time do you send your kids off to bed? And are you able to get enough sleep yourself?
Well, if you'd like to join the conversation, log on to Facebook and like the TV5 page today.
That's a good question.
Yeah, Finn goes to bed at 8:30, but you know, we never get enough sleep here on Wake Up. So.
Well, you ever get a big sweets craving? Well, you aren't alone for sure. These cupcakes were too much of a temptation for a black bear. Chris is already laughing.
The family who made the cupcakes woke up at 2 a.m. to their dog barking and a crunching sound coming from their SUV parked in the front yard. And the bear was trying to break into the car.
Wow. Well, the bad news is he succeeded and ate all 24 cupcakes. That's right, 24. The good news, it was still quite a sight to behold. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I don't know, man. Oh,
hungry bear.
Yeah.
Bears are weird.
They are. Bears, they're always.
They like their sweet.
They do.
Always up into something they shouldn't be.
Man.
Can we get the weather?
Yeah. Let's do the weather. We've had a lot of good conversations here over the last 5 minutes. Showers today, they should wind down this afternoon. Sunshine returns on Wednesday if you don't see much later this afternoon, and it holds through Thursday and Friday too. So 70s return tomorrow.
All right, sounds good because
Protect
I've had enough of rain. Yeah, hide your cupcakes.
Yeah, that's right. All right, thank you for joining us today. Thanks, Chris.
Have a great day.